seeing me without the glasses. Everything today will be shot on the phone except for some footage done through the kitchen window of leaves flying in the air. It is a mess out there. Oh my goodness, finally some bad weather. I know that sounds so weird. Oh, and welcome to day 22, by the way. I didn't do introductions yesterday. It is windy, not as windy as I'd like it to be, but it is windy. It is 8 degrees Celsius, which is very warm for October. And I am having an indoors day except for one errand. I remembered that there is a pattern for a Christmas sweater that I really want to knit. Now, I tried knitting a Christmas sweater last year, which you will have seen in Vlogmas from 2018. But it wasn't my cup of tea at all. And so this year I am knitting a pattern that is a little bit more my style, and I am going to drop out. I'm gonna head out and go to Husfriden and see if they have the pamphlet. Most likely I will have to buy some yarn to actually get the pamphlet, but that should be fine. I can always find some yarns that are that I can use in there as well, so we shall see. So I'm not gonna bring you outside today just because of rain and wind and yeah. So today's going to be a little different than what you will have seen up until this point, but there you have it. Finally some bad weather. Oh, and I don't have a whole lot of firewood left, so I'm really just saving that for tonight. Hoping, of course, that the wind will stay till then. Ready? Yay, they had it. And now we're gonna see what patterns are inside. So this is if you're in Norway or have a place close to you that sells these. This is Julegansere I Mytu 227. It's from last year. And we're gonna flip through it. Julegansere, by the way, means Christmas sweaters. Oh, that is so adorable. And this one is the one I'm knitting. Can you tell it's a little bit more my style? It's actually knit in white in a base and gray and green, but I am going to knit it in a natural or gray bottom and red or black in the color work. That's the plan. If I'm not happy with that, I will just do something else. I have a couple months left because I want to wear this on Christmas Eve. That's lovely. I think this in blue and white would be lovely. So with white but blue with the where they've chosen red. So yeah, these are the patterns that are in the pamphlet. And for anyone interested, it was 70 Norwegian kroners. Almost all the leaves are gone, and plastic in the trees. Oh joy. I have received a few questions, and it made it clear to me that I just talk about my things and my home and as if they were normal to anybody, and they're not. Not all homes in Norway, for some weird reason, I'm not gonna go into it, does not have a wood burning place like this. A lot of modern homes are sadly put up without them. Now, if the power goes out in Norway for longer periods of time in winter, that's going to suck. So I will always aim for having one of these. If I have a colder period around me, even if I get to one day move away from this cold climate and eliminate winter, I will still have a wood burning place, just because if the power goes, it's fall and it's 10 degrees Celsius outside and the power is out for 3 days, you're gonna have to want to have something to stay warm. So that's that. And I've also gotten a few questions about these. These are the bricks that I use to light my fires. These are compressed sawdust. They don't have anything else in there. They are smell-free, they are environmentally friendly, and they are safe and easy to use. And I'm just basically translating this little part right here. And I buy mine in Europris. It is a Norwegian store. And I use matches. I also use bark, dry bark. There's nothing that helps start a fire as good as super dry bark. So whenever I have lit a fire and add more into it later to keep warm, I tear this part, this off, and I add it to the jar, and I mix that with 1 or 2 of those, and yeah, I just keep on keeping the fire alive. So, but this wood stove sadly eats wood as if it was candy. It loves it, so it eats more wood than it manages to keep the place warm. So I'm using a whole lot more wood than I would, no pun intended. I'm using a lot more wood than I would usually do if it was a decent wood stove, which this is not. You know, it looks fancy and all, but no, it's not really doing the job as well as it could have. So its energy efficiency is not top notch, which I guess, again, for the environment isn't all that good. So, but that is a different topic for a different day. But yeah, if it were up to me, I would have a bigger, more efficient wood burning stove, but at least I have one. So, and also that's the ash bucket. Ash can stay alive with glows in it for days. So I am almost have that filled up, and then I will just have a couple of days where I don't use this, so that can cool off and it's safe to throw it away. And that's that story.